Welcome back to Frank's Unsolicited Advice. And this week we're talking about importance. And now, mind you, I was recording like since 9 o'clock this morning, and it finally hit me what I wanted to talk about. I didn't have anything idea that came to mind. I didn't have anything that was in my mind the whole week, but this came to mind, and it's what we give importance to and what we don't. And what I mean by that is this. I'm gonna give you an example. Growing up, you see Michael Jordan playing basketball, for me at least. And you're like, yo, Michael Jordan is the man. He's the greatest. And you would get mad when he had bad days. You happy. You celebrated the wins. Like a Yankees fan, you celebrate the World Series. You celebrate the wins. And when they lose, it's like, oh, man, you all disappointed or heartbroken, right? Because the team that you root for didn't make it. For me, one of those things was when I'm a fan of a team or a fan of something, I tend to invest a lot into it, right? Because I believe in it. But as I got older, I realized that it doesn't matter what that does for me. It doesn't, because I don't own a stake in that team. I don't get revenue back from that team. I don't get no money from that team when the team wins or loses, or when that player that I root for wins. I don't get a jersey signed in the mail saying, hey, Frank, thanks for supporting me from the house, bro. I heard you screaming at the TV. Here you go. Get it. No, I don't. I don't get anything. In fact, they go about their lives and we go back to our worlds. And while sports, music, art, these entertainments are an escape from our reality at times to give us a moment of hope and a moment of happiness to see what we want to see and stuff like that, it doesn't matter, because once that TV goes off, once the show ends, once the music stops playing, once the art is gone, you go back to your reality. So you're not really giving importance to what matters. You're giving importance to something that doesn't matter, and those people don't really care. Yeah, they might donate money here and there for a cause. It's a tax write-off. They might genuinely help out with something because when somebody in their family was impacted by it, so they're using it they're using their platform to get out direct, get awareness out there. Okay, I'll buy that. But not all the time is it a genuine thing, or not all the time is it going to be something where is right. And for me, in 2007, when the Patriots went 18-1, I was out to sea on the Roosevelt, and you see Eli Manning escape the pocket, throw the ball down to the helmet catch, and then Burris catches a touchdown. Pretty much that's the end of the game. Brady can't drive them down the field, and they lose. They go 18-1, right? What everybody thought wasn't gonna happen happened. And somebody came up to me like, yo, Frank, I went to the birth and I didn't want to deal with nobody. And I went to the birth and I said, man, they were like, you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. Why? Oh, because that's your team. I said, yeah, it's my team. But Brady ain't going to pay my bills. Belichick's not going to come to my house if I can't work, if I can't pay my mortgage, if I can't pay my car note. No, they go back to their normal life. Brady goes home to Giselle, but Bill goes home to his wife or his boat, whatever he's doing. And guess what? Their off season continues or starts, and my life continues. And I don't get I don't get a check from Robert Kraft that says, hey, Frank, here you go. Thanks for supporting me from the house. You're awesome. I heard you talking to me through the screen. No, it doesn't happen. When Big died, I was hurt, as a fan and as a fan of hip hop, a fan of his as an artist. It bothered me that somebody killed him. I was like, wow. But now that I think back at it, it's okay. I'm not saying don't, be like, oh my God, no. I'm saying, but a lot of us dwell on it, like as if we knew them. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was the friend you knew since you was in kindergarten, or the person you was always hanging out with gets killed, then it's like, that's a different morning. That's a different type of vibe entirely than a person you never met, that 9 times out of 10 wouldn't give a crap about you because they don't know you. And we over here mourning and crying as if it was something different. When the Patriots lost to the Eagles, my son was, upset, mad. I said, why you upset? Oh, because they lost. Okay, and they'll be back next season. They'll play again. Move on. But at a kid's age, these artists, these athletes, these celebrities are like huge, and the disappointment's real. But are we teaching our kids what's really important, and are we showing them what's really important? Because To me, the person that matters most is the person that gets up, goes to work, deals with the BS of everyday life to put food on the table and keep a roof over your head. You know, these athletes don't care about us. They're not going to stop what they're doing to come help me set up for my vow renewal right now. I didn't get a text from Julian Edelman. Hey, bud, you bought my jersey. I'm going to come see you and help you out this weekend. No, they don't care. That's like me. I get so mad because I argue with my cousins, co-workers. Everybody's a Brady hater. So it's easy to find somebody that wants to debate with you all the time. And I look at the TV and people hating, and I look at their lives and I'm like, man, why am I getting so mad at the fact that this big nosed bum, Nick Wright, is saying something about this person? Why am I getting so mad? Nick Wright, first off, he's a bum. He is what it is. I'm glad he makes money. It helps his life out. But he ain't worried about me. Why am I worried about his comments? He ain't worried about what I got to say. Because I done tagged him in a lot of stuff and he never responded. So obviously he doesn't care. Or maybe I'm just one of many and he doesn't see it. I doubt he's getting a lot of praises. So why put so much emphasis on something that doesn't matter? My son, he likes a boogie. And sometimes, and this upsets me at times because I'm like, man, dude, you have your own brand. Stop putting a boogie's picture as your profile picture. Put your picture up. Because it's your brand. Nobody cares. The image you don't want when they look at BX Menace is a boogie. You want to see your picture. Because that's your brand that you're building. I've grown. I'm 41, so I know better. But I learned this at an early age. Another taught me that? Bronx Tale. When C was mad at, I think Mickey, man, one of the games, the Yankee games, something happened there, and he tells him, he doesn't care. Nobody cares. So why you crying? Like, why you mad? He's not gonna come help you. And that's a movie, but it's right. Sonny was right. Michael Jordan didn't come to my house when I was growing up to help my parents when we didn't have it. Derek Jeter never came to my house and gave my mother, my father money when we needed it for bills or whatever. Hell, when I've been struggling, Jay-Z didn't come knock on my door. Hey, here you go, Frank. Thanks for buying my albums. Thanks for arguing with so many people about who's the best, who's the greatest MC. No, they don't do that. You crazy. Nobody coming. So why do we prioritize? Why do we idolize? Why do we put our energy in the wrong stuff? And that's the message I want to get out today. How about we start putting energy in the right stuff? In the things that matter. The things that's going to build your future. The things that's going to help your kids excel. The things that are going to make you be where you want to be. So no longer you're sitting there saying, damn, I wish I was here. And I'm not here no more. I'm still where I'm at. How about you put the energy into things that are going to go the way you want to go? Supporting each other. I've been saying this for a while now in a lot of podcasts. Supporting each other. Helping each other grow, because I really do believe it. I believe that if we put the energy into each other to grow and give back and help each other be in a better spot, we're going to win. We can win. But until we do that, we're not going to win. Teaching our kids different. I watch a lot of TV, and some people say watching TV is bad for you. And I say sometimes, nah, but you know what? I'll tell you what I wish I did more of. Read books. I wish I would educate myself more on books. I really do. It was never me. My mom never forced it, and maybe that's that. And I could point the finger at her and say, "Oh, mom, it's your fault that you never made me read books, so that's why I don't read books now." No, that's not true, because I should have took more initiative to read the books, or maybe just at the time my priority wasn't to read books, and it wasn't. My priority was not that. At that age, I was too busy hanging out with my friends outside. This was the era of the Zach Morris cell phones, the big Motorola joints and pagers, beepers. Nobody had cell phones like we have them now. There was no social media like now. AOL was just starting up. Yahoo was just starting up. Hell, we still had dial-up where you could be chatting with somebody and your mom picks up the phone and it cuts off the whole connection. You're like, oh, man. And all you hear is the little fax noise in the background of the line, the screeching noise when it's connecting. But now we have so much. So between social media, now you could follow someone whole life story on social media, and we give that much too much importance instead of putting the energy where it really matters, which is our kids, our self-improvement, betterment, financial stability, being upset about things that matter, not things that don't matter. Looking for ways to improve and stop prioritize, like stop looking at other things like, oh man, I want that. Well, what do you have? Where are you at? Are you happy? Because I'll tell you what, these rappers, these artists, these musicians, these athletes, these people with money that we so much prioritize and idolize and give attention to and get mad when, things don't go the way they go, their life is okay, at least financially. We don't know where they're at spiritually and mentally, but at least financially they're good. They can get on a plane and go somewhere on vacation. They can escape the normal everyday hustle and bustle that they have here. Not everybody could do that. So, that's my message this week. Is stop getting mad about things that don't matter. Stop giving energy to things that don't matter. And stop worrying about or caring about the things that don't matter and care about things that do matter. Because that's what's important. Anything outside of your home doesn't really matter, in a sense. If it doesn't affect your family immediately, then why pay attention? And I had to catch myself last night. I saw Nick Wright, making fun of Brady, and I wanted to punch him in his face. I did, as a fan. And then I said, Frank, listen, man, that dude's making millions to get ridiculed, and the dude's making a couple mil probably to talk crap about him. So they're getting paid very well for what they're doing. What are you getting paid for? Anyway, that's my 2 cents this week about prioritization and giving energy to the wrong things. And I hope that whoever listens to this, it resonates and it makes sense. If it does. If it doesn't, cool. But leave comments, rate it. Thank you so much for listening to Frank's Unsolicited Advice, and God bless.